Hello, there we go. Good evening, race fans, and welcome in. Slight audio issues. We are off and running. Welcome in to LFM. It's round number 7 of the the Mazda MX5 Pro Series by GSI, or as we like to call it, the Eduardo Cavalli Show. Good evening, my name is John Wright, aka Double O Raven, and I will be here to take us through all of this evening's action from Mont-Tremblant. A new track for myself, I'm sure for a few of the viewers as well. The drivers, no doubt, getting plenty of practice in before tonight's event. We'll see how they get on. It was another, of course, barn burner last time out. There we go. It was at Lime Rock Park, of course. 40 minutes here. 40-minute race for all of the races in the series. We've got Jarama, Phillip Island, Sonoma, and Norris Ring still to come. Week 12 to be decided, and then Bilsterberg, will be the final track of the series. The drivers all looking to get their hands on these incredible GSI steering wheels. The Interlock Ultra for P3, the GXL V2 for P2, and the FPE V2 for first place in the championship. And that is the first place that is certainly going the way at the moment of Eduardo Cavalli. Another race win last week ahead of Jake Black and Maximiliano Barral finishing on the podium. Gallardo in 4th and Manu Villa in 5th position. Quite the race it was as well. But yeah, Cavalli with another race win, and unsurprising, 6 from 6, 6 of the best, there we go, from Cavalli to open the season. He's got himself a comfortable gap of almost 500 points back to Jake Black. Gallardo in 3rd in the championship, and bear with me a moment. It should pop back round. There we go, Gallardo in 3rd. Okubo has had some good results so far this season. He's in 4th, Barral in 5th after a good result last week. Wingstrom drops to 6th with Galaxy in 7th, Villa in 8th, Frank in 9th, and Colin Anderson rounding out the top 10 in the standings so far. As I say, though, that is only 6 weeks in. We've got tonight, my apologies, we've got tonight and 6 more races to go afterwards. We're just going to get ourselves prepped to jump into the server. It's a tricky little manoeuvring, bear with me one moment. But yeah, good evening to everyone. We've got, of course, the YouTube and the Twitch channel. The Twitch chat will once again be shared with Chris over on the German broadcast, but welcome into everyone that is here on the English channels. Again, thank you for the follows, the likes and the subscribes. Don't be shy, hit that thumbs up button on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much. As we just have a look for the lobby. And of course, get yourself over to the LFM website. 270,000 drivers taking part across 6 races. 6 games, sorry. 6 simulators. There we go. There we go, apologies, just a bit of a technical manoeuvring to get ourselves over there. But of course, Assetto Corsa Competizione, Assetto Corsa, we're on tonight. Automobilista 2, my beloved race room, Le Mans Ultimate and iRacing, all catered for. So get yourself signed up and get yourself involved. We have drivers out on track, and yeah, nice full grid as well. Some extra data out on track, you'll love to see it. Just find out what we've got going on here. We'll get the drivers are out on their quali laps at the moment. 12 minutes of qualifying to get the job done. Let's see. That may actually be a bit loud. Well, we'll pop that out of there. Okay, sorry, yeah, we have some extraneous data on the screen. Excellent, there we go. Apologies for the delay. We can actually go over and see some cars racing. Hurrah! Oh, he says, there we go. Sorry, yes, I was fixing a few things in the background, but there we go. We do appear to be up and running, thankfully. 2.6 miles, a very, very, very twisted circuit ahead of the drivers. 4.2 kilometres. We'll jump on board with Gallardo, although he's... Wow! He is absolutely nailing it through there. Let's see if we can get ourselves... some onboard shots to see what the track looks like. Built back in 1964, it's had quite the extension, only 1.5 miles long than it was originally built, although it was only a year later that they added another 1.1 miles down through the hub, as it is known, not just affectionately, but that is the official name. But it does remind me of quite a few American courses. Road Atlanta certainly springs to mind when the drivers are making their way around here. Cavalli on a flying lap. Gallardo's just posted a 146.4. We'll see what Cavalli can do in response. All oversteer in the world there, and the corrections going on as he heads out of the last corner, Paddock Bend. Goes across the line with a 46.252. There we can see the pit exit. On the left, it's a long right-hander here, downhill, and then slightly back uphill again. Another little cambered hill, really heavy down gear through the S's. And then we've got a cheeky little straight before we head into the section that was added back in '65. Hasn't been changed since then. I mean, it's got a bit of Goodwood about it as well. I think it's safe to say, all these little humps in the track, absolutely keeping the drivers on their more than just their toes with the weight distribution of the cars. And as we know, the suspension of the MX5 is a particular fan of being thrown about like a rag doll. So it'll be fun to see how the drivers get on with this one. Flashing of the lights. Well, that would be in the gym chat as well. Back over the hump down towards the last few sections of the course. That really is a tricky little corner. I think we could see one or two offs here, especially towards the end of the race. Namaro, as Cavalli heads back out for another lap. He's ahead of Jake Black, both of them on a 1:46.2, but despite it being quite a long track and quite small cars, They are finding themselves bunching up in traffic. Gallardo, obviously not jumping back. Mind of his own at the moment. Wingstrom, 1 minute 46.5, so 7/10 of a second down in 4th place. We've also got a few cars. Suzanovic hasn't set a time yet, neither is Casero or Mueller. Cubo as well, doing well in the championship. He doesn't have a time set, finds himself in some traffic as well. There seems to be some actual rubber bands stuck to some of the cars. A bit of a graphical glitch on the course. Hopefully that fixes itself. But yeah, we'll see what Cubo can do. He needs to get himself a good time and get himself in the mix if he's going to continue. We can see it. We did see, sorry, Cavalli head and shoulders above the rest, but it is very close with the rest of the field. So certainly second and third, nowhere near decided. Then just going in the last corner, I believe. Oh no, he's got a couple more to go as Black actually takes the top spot. So Jake Black, despite being stuck in that traffic, he's not far behind the Cubo actually. He's just on a 45.889. Cavalli's on a 45.899. So yeah, 100 of a second exactly between the two of them. See what Cubo's got under the hood, and he goes up to 4th place with a 46.0, joins Gallardo and Wingstrom on 46.0s. Oh, and Cavalli's just absolutely blown more than just the doors off it there. 1 minute 45.4. The track's certainly getting rubbered in nicely, and it is Cavalli who takes instant contact with the car on the inside. And that is him off and back straight into the pits. Mueller did get his time set, 156.9. I don't think that's fully representative, so we'll see if he can go a bit quicker. Suzanovic is in the pits, he's just on his way out, and Vasilchenko not got a time set either. We are getting to the sharp end though. The drivers have only got 12 minutes of qualifying in total. And we have 3 minutes left on a 145 track, so definitely, as I say, getting to the business end. Nikola Radmilovic, hopefully I'm doing that name some justice. Let's go, Holzer number 44. Where is Holzer? Yeah, apologies, not seeing a Holzer. Unless that is their first name. Do we have a surname, or am I... Unfortunately, not all the cars showing their numbers. Shaka though, phenomenal lap time there, 45.7 to go to second. Gallardo goes third, Kirillov in 4th, now Jake Black down in the 5th place. Goes back up to 3rd place. Wingstrom and Cubo both outside the top 5. Looks like Cubo trying to warm the tyres up there as he's coming into the SS before he heads up the hill. Wow, he's really warming those tyres up. That is some eager driving there, to say the least. Absolutely ragdolling it. Suzanovic still with no time. We'll see if this is a flying lap. Geek Furious commenting in the German chat. Yep, 100 between the two of them. Absolutely incredible. So Suzanovic, 3 minute 48. So yeah, slow lap there. Oh, and the back end's gone. Wow. Doesn't manage to hang on to that. Let's see what Cubo's got under the hood. 46.0, needs to find half a second to encroach on the front row. In fact, 3/10 would get him on the front row. Black has fought back. He's done a 45.7 to get himself back up to 3rd place. Cavalli still holding first, Gallardo in fourth. Let's see what Kubo's got. Braking zone. Car does like to get itself thrown off a bit. Keeps it well in check though. Very nicely done. Pretty much deer's leap here. Yeah, so similar to quite a few tracks. We'll see what Kubo can do though. Right, so we've still got Cavalli, Shaka, Black up on the front two rows. Kirillov joining Black at the moment. There is the checker flag. The session is over, so Kubo's going to cross the line. This is going to be the last time that Takayuki can get set. Currently on a 146.040. Wingstrom's on a 46.0 as well. Shaka comes into the pit, so won't improve, and neither. Cavalli's already improved. He's done a 45.005, 7/10 quicker than the rest of the field. That is absolutely wild. Kubo goes 6th place. Only goes up to 6th. Let's see what Jake Black, Kirillov and Gallardo can do. Kirillov looking very quick as well, 45.8. Only a 10th behind Black at the moment. A lot of drivers pulling in the pits. Vasilchenko didn't get a time set. So we're going to see. Yeah, 26 I've got a time set. Vasilchenko will be starting down at the back of the grid. Jake Black will be hoping to improve. He needs a quarter of a tenth of a second to get up to 3rd place. Kirillov not too far behind either. Just lost some engine sounds there. We are all good though. Across the line for Kirillov. No improvement. Let's see what Black can do. VA is still out as well, 45.9. So again, not too far behind. A lot of drivers making it into the 49s. And he goes 2nd place with a 45.5, a 10th ahead of Gallardo, right at the death. Galaxy in a bit of traffic here as well, so we're going to see a couple of times coming across the line here. And Galaxy goes 3rd. Oh, they like to keep it to the end. V is still parked up. But there we go, that is the qualifying results. Cavalli with a 45.0, Black half a second behind. Oh no, it is chopping and changing. So let's jump over to here and see if we can get the quality results up on the screen. Still Lime Rock Park at the minute. And yeah, it looks like we are about a minute away. And it is Cavalli and Black. That is, yeah, quite the front row as we pointed out in the chat by Geek Furious. That is going to be quite the run into turn 1. Yeah, the drivers, let's just jump over. So yeah, confirmation on the quality results. We'll get a quick look at them at the end of the race to confirm where everyone started. As you can see, 27 cars. We've got 3 safety cars in here for the broadcasters as well. No safety cars are deployed during the race. It's a 40-minute race. May the G-Force be with them all, says Geek Furious. Very good. Oh, we've suddenly switched to night. A whole lot of headlights now going to be coming on. Yeah, we'll get as aerial a shot as possible. Oh, and a couple of drivers starting. Oh, Cavalli's in the pits. As we are just fast forwarding the time. Tell you what, let's have a look and see. Oh no, we're 30 seconds away. So there we go. we do have the confirmed qualifying results. Cavalli taking the top spot by that half a second there. 26 drivers setting a time, only one driver not getting a time set. There we go, the lights are up on screen and we are about to be underway. 5, 6, the lights go out. And it is green flags, putting down flat out, flying into turn number 1, goes Cavalli. Jake Black gets a very good start as well, a bit of chopping and changing further down the field. We did have a couple of cars starting from the pits, Rancano and Vasilchenko, both still in there. Cavalli though, phenomenal start by him. We've got a lot of side-by-side action. Winstrom and Shaka looking to swap positions early doors of Cuba, and he finds himself in 9th. Full Concertina finds go 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. Nice way to enter and exit those S's. Absolutely precision stuff here as they're just about leaving just the right amount of room, as we've got a car hanging himself out to dry on that outside line there. I think that is Barral. Frank involved in that one as well. It is indeed Barral. He finds himself now on the inside though. Can he take advantage of that? He can indeed, and holds on to 11th position, but Viaz managed to squeeze past the Cuba, now in 10th position. Big wide corner entrance there, as you can see in the background. Some beautiful driving going on, but not as beautiful as what's going on up at the front. Cavalli a half a second quicker. Oh, Seto bugged the weather real quick. There we go. Okay, so it was just, yeah, running to the next session. But we've got Cavalli and Black. Black doing a phenomenal job hanging on to Cavalli at the moment. Gallardo in 3rd place, Galaxy in 4th, Kirillov in 5th position, and Wingstrom in 6th with Shaka in 7th place. But I think we'll jump on board. We'll keep an eye on this top group, although Macias and Oscar Clendon of BW, so BW with another driver behind the wheel this week. I do love that Tiger livery though, getting overtaken by Macias, and it looks like Sanchez might have a look at this one up the inside as well, so go down the hill. Oh, big send from Casero there, and he's made it work, kinda. Takes the front off the car there, and it's Costerin who's going to potentially fall by the wayside here as Mueller looks to go around the outside. He's got the 2 wheels on the grass, he's going off the inside line into the next corner, and I think that might be signed and sealed for Danny Mueller there as well. It is indeed Costerin losing 2 positions in quick succession. Eduardo Cavalli not missing a step. Ooh, and I tell you what, Gallardo absolutely missing the track there. All the wheels on the grass there. That is not the optimum line, and that is going to cost him a bit of momentum there. You see Galaxy happily closing in, ready to pounce. Kirillov will be perfectly positioned as well, as Wingstrom and Shaka still battling for 6th and 7th. The Cuba down in 11th position, so he's lost a few places off the start. He's still got Barral quite close to him. Is that Galaxy looking close on the inside? Can we get a camera angle? There we go. Yeah, wow, so I was talking about Galaxy catching up to Gallardo. Nope. Hold my latte, says Kirillov, as they come over the crest of the hill. He is very well positioned to look for a move up this inside. But is he just going to hang in there, stay in the slipstream? Certainly the same with Shaka and Wingstrom. Oh, nice work on the curves, really sliding these cars in through these corners. Who else? Mueller and Casero. This battle not even remotely done. We've also got another Mueller as well in 55, battling with Alexander for 22nd position. Costerin just finding, oh no, sorry, that was a car ahead of him. That was Clendon that found his way off track. It's Costerin keeping it nicely between the Mayo and the Mustard. Fact, keeps it right end up the inside. Mueller's going to come fighting back now. He's on the inside line, and he's going to have to run through the corner. Retakes the position as Alexander and Mueller in the background go side by side. These two swap positions as well. This is for 21st place, and Alexander has got himself on the outside. Oh, and Mueller almost losing the back of the car, manages to hold on to it, and that momentum lost means Alexander can clear his thoughts for a moment or two. Clendon, oh, he's just been gifted a position. I was about to say he had a run-off moment not so long ago, but he's come back well, and Cowpy has a run-off moment, and that gives Clendon a position back. Murua and Wingstrom. Wingstrom now down in 13th place, so it's all change up at the front. some on-board shots from Wingstrom for a bit, because that's Muria behind Muria, involved in lots of the racing action that I've seen so far when I've been broadcasting these races. It looks like they're about to get involved in even more. Wingstrom, yeah, bit of bump drafting being employed, no surprise there. We have seen it this season so far. The drivers wise to work together. If you can't beat them, join them. And up the hill we go. Such a balancing act around here. It really is an elongated Goodwood slash Road Atlanta. There we go. He's yeah, give me another cheeky bump draft there just before the braking zone. That's a brave one. It's going to send him very much out wide. Aquafresh livery suddenly disappears, and it is all about Muri behind, although he does come right back and hold on to position. So that is Nikolai M. And now finds himself on the outside. No bump drafting to be had, and his Wingstrom is going to find himself sailing up the inside line over the highest part of the track and thundering down the hill he goes, and that's 12th position. Signed, sealed and delivered for Wingstrom. He's done well there. Caillot is looking not as close as I thought. Kirillov and Galaxy and Gallardo still all pretty tight up there at the on the other podium positions, the main podium position, or the Eduardo Cavalier step as we call it around here. It's already 1.1 seconds ahead with a 1 minute 45.6 under his belt. He is doing very much champion things, and he is leaving the rest of the pack to squabble over the scraps. Kirillov finds himself still running behind Galaxy, and this could just be strategic. Although it's a fair bit of extra pressure on those front tyres. With the bump drafting will make you help you go quicker if that's the strategy that they're currently employing. But it's Cavalier, then it's Black and Gallardo, then it's Galaxy and Kirillov, and then it is Shaka sitting in no man's land at the minute. Although Via making good moves up to 8th position, with Barral in 9th, Macias and Muria the wrong way. Franco Muria is the wrong way round and hemorrhaging positions all the way back now down to 22nd. Oh, and I was looking at the tower and I missed that contact, but there was a big contact there. Kosterin finds himself firmly ejected off the track, and that is Mueller back down to 23rd position. Brancano and Vasilchenko did come out of the pits, so did Sazanovic. So all 27 cars did start the race, although even though 3 of them started in the pits, they did make their way out. So yeah, good to see. They don't seem to have prospered from any of the incidents that we've seen so far, because we've only seen 2 or 3, and they're only just starting up. As I say that, Muria finds his way off track again. You'll be juggling those tyres a bit, and you'll be juggling some defensive moves from Ralph Alexander if he does that again. Let's see what's going on. Via and Kirillov still looking quick. I'll tell you what, Gallardo is as well, but it is Kirillov at the minute who seems to be the quickest driver in the top 5 if you of course exclude Cavalier up at the front. But he does seem to be happy to bide his time, happy to be the chaser rather than the chased. Certainly, it's not a bad strategy, because we've seen how keen the drivers are to bump draft to keep up. If you don't feel comfortable being nudged along, then you can certainly control that by being the one sitting behind. You can't win a race in turn 1, but you can certainly lose it. You need to finish first, you must first finish, and Kirillov certainly running a solid strategy in these opening 10. And that is actually 10 minutes of racing gone already. It's Cavalier who's leading the way by 1.6 seconds. Jake Black in second place, 1.6 seconds down. Importantly for him, Kubo down in 10th, one of his main championship rivals, for second place. He is down in 10th. He's only 6 tenths behind Barral, and Via and Cuaro having a bit of a battle there. It looks like Via's got this up the inside. That's a beautiful manoeuvre there by Manu Via. He finds himself another place. Oh, as he's going to find another one, as Shaka cannot find any grip on the grass, and that is 180 in one direction, 180 in the other direction, completely snookered down the order. Here comes Nikolai left to go past, and I think Glendon is going to get the move on too. Yep. so much time for Shaka to get back up to pace there. Such a high speed part of the circuit. Coupe is going to come through as well. Here comes Sanchez to put the pressure on, and that is how easily your hopes and dreams can be shattered in a Mazda MX-5. Kirillov still 2 tenths behind. More importantly for them though, the two ahead are getting close. They'll be hoping for them to start battling, which again I don't think they're going to do anytime soon. Why upset the apple cart? Again, that slipstream is worth this few extra kilometres an hour. That's all nice to make their way up the hill. We've got Caio and Villa back to within 3 tenths of a second. Shaka catching back up to Coupe. Now we know that Shaka's got top 10 pace, so this could be an interesting watch. Yeah, so it could well be an interesting watch to see him make his way back up the field. We need to get a bit more capacity on that, I think. Because he is going side by side. Coupe now finds himself on the outside line. Shaka is surely going to get this one done. Yeah, this is not an easy corner to hang it around the outside, and Shaka, well aware of that, slides in front, and he has now got Clendon, his next target on his list. He'll be bringing Coupe with him, well, that's for sure. Caio and Villa look like these two are working together nicely. Kirillov still 2 tenths behind, and so too Gallardo. The matching MX5 matching one another for pace. As you can see them all coming through the long right hander. It's all 2 by 2, and he's thinking about it there. Villa coming under a bit of pressure. The car's well spread out at the moment. Or sorry, we're breaking out into groups of 2 here until we get slightly further down the field. Mueller trying to come back on Kosterin, who took that contact and ended up off track. Another driver with top 15 pace, so with 28 minutes to work. Could well still have something to say with the top 15. Coupe and Shaka. Coupe keeping up very easily through the section. Oh, now is that a little bit of, yeah, a little bit of not insincerity, my apologies, the indecision, there we go, indecision, completely escaped there, a little bit of indecision on the way to the corner, but does survive. Villa and Caio are going side by side. Caio wants to be the one leading the dance here, and he's got the inside line. He's going to hold it around the long apex, but already know what happens when you're on the outside of that corner. You lose the position. He's going to send it straight back up the inside. Oh, good man, Villa mounts the curb. He does mount the curb. Can he hold on to the position? He's got the inside line absolutely firmly. He's going to be on the outside here. Does he have the momentum for a comeback? And is Barral about to be a fly in the ointment for both of these drivers, with a Cubo now back up to 9th place. So Cubo finally doing the job. Making back positions, and yep, they've just invited Barral into this party, and it's going to be Villa finds himself on the outside line there. That is 2 rapid position loss. Oh, they've made contact, and here comes Okubo. Okubo can't believe his luck. He is going to be handed a position. Speaking of can't believe his luck, Caio now finds himself 7 tenths ahead of this group. Villa, Barral, Okubo and Frank right on the back of this group as well now. So he's right on the back of Okubo. This is a merry little dance that's about to be led for these drivers. Cavalli, of course, the Piper of Mont-Tremblant at the moment, 2.7 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Gallardo in 3rd place, just 3 tenths behind 2nd place. Jake Black, and it's 2 seconds back now. Kirillov and Galaxy find themselves. Suzanovic comes into the pits. He is definitely not leading the race at the moment. Vasilchenko, Rancano actually starting at the pits, has moved up to 25th, so has gained a position there. As you see them coming down the hill again, all over the curbs to head towards one of the start finish straight. A few grid boxes around here, nothing changing at the moment. Fran looking very quick indeed now. he is putting Okubo under all kinds of pressure. Okubo having to take all kinds of dancing defensive lines to fend off the advances of Frank, and it might not be enough. He might just wear out those tyres a bit too much. Looking for all this extra grip was Wingstrom. Yep, he smells blood in the water as well. We've got Shaka in 12th place. Ahead of Clendon, so did get that overtake done as expected. He's brought Nikolaev and Kauppi with him, so Kauppi's been overtaken by Nikolaev. And now was Clendon between him and Shaka. Mueller and Kosterin still 21st and 22nd, with half a second one another. And this battle still going on up just outside the top 5. The top 5 themselves still running absolutely as you were. Cavalli. Yeah, we're going to have to reinvent the thesaurus just to reinvent superlatives for the season. Cavalli is something. 3.2 seconds ahead, and not even at the halfway mark of the race. So looking like another dominant display here. Gallardo still 4/10 down. On Jake Black in second place. Kirillov and Galaxy still 4th and 5th. Let's see what Baral's going to say to Via here as they head down the hill. Kubo's been that busy fending off Frank. It's let Baral and Via slip off a bit. And Baral looks like he can slip one up the inside here. That's very wide by Via. And it is indeed, they're going to make contact. A little bit of rubbing is racing on the way down the hill, and it's Via that manages to hold on to the position. Baral now looks like he's going to try and get up inside. No, not quite close enough. Very nice line by Via. Make sure he holds on to the driving line as they're trying to close back up to Caio, who's managed to maintain a 7/10 gap since these drivers all started battling. So good job by Riyadh up at the front of the field. Who's driving on home soil this week, so should know this track pretty well. Looking for more battles down the field. Casero and Nikolaev. We can keep an eye on that one in a few months. And looking for more positions. This one at the expense of Jan Mueller in the 55. Of course, Danny Mueller in the 56, running up in 21st position. Oh, Paral got close there again. They do like that long right hander. Keeping on the toes, also take a bit of damage on the front. Let's get a little bit of camera time to championship leader Eduardo Cavalli. He's absolutely flying in the championship. He's been completely dominant. 6 races, 6 wins, and yeah, a whole lot of pole positions in qualifying as well. And he does often run away with it up at the front of the field, so doesn't potentially get his fair share of time on camera. Yeah, I think it's safe to say he is very much in the hunt to win at least one of the 3 phenomenal wheels being provided by GSI as prizes. It's going to take some some incredible series of events and results to see him finish outside the top 3, never mind not win the championship. So yeah, we'll give him a bit of camera time up at the front, although the drivers behind are getting close. Frank and Okubo, the battle I didn't think we were going to see at this point in the race. I did think it would be Okubo. Oh, Via's dropped down. Via's dropped down, so there's been a bit of coming. There's been something happened. Via's maybe had a bit of a mistake, run wide, maybe a bit of contact. Via now down to 11th position, so Okubo up to 8th without having to do anything. Absolutely incredible scenes. We've got GL 10 tight pack indeed. It certainly was. Spreading it a little bit. Fred James in the YouTube as well. Good track. It is indeed. It really is. It reminds me, as you've probably heard me mention, it certainly reminds me of quite a few other tracks. In all the right ways. Got some great track undulation, some wide corners and some more narrow corners. Andy Shaw UK, welcome back in. Manu Villa has had some trouble staying on the tarmac this week. He has indeed. So yeah, so hence in the chat, does he stream? Is Villa streaming? Are you watching his race by any chance? Oh, that's a lot of action going on up front of Okubo. They're right on the ragged edge. He is really feeling the pressure from Frank, who in turn is really feeling the pressure from Wingstrom. Let's get some more gratuitous onboard shots so we can really enjoy the undulation of the track. I mean, look at the curve, the hill, sorry, you've got the crest to go over, to go downhill, straight into the right-hander. I mean, shades of Portimao here as well, let's be serious. So Kubo instantly moving on to the driving line. Frank waiting a few seconds to jump into that slipstream. Wingstrom now bringing Via with him as well. Absolutely on the edge. It's like Goodwood on steroids, really. Just magnified Goodwood meets Atlanta. Whoa, and that is a very good line, and that is not a good line by Frank. He was absolutely piling the pressure on Kubo, and it's going to be Wingstrom that comes in and steals the position. You can see Via there in the rear view mirror. He will be lurking as well. Suddenly there does appear a Wild Frank in the background. So after all that hard work, does get himself involved in an overtake. It's unfortunately for him to lose a position to Wingstrom. We'll see how close Via is. He's got a beautiful view of the battle that is going on between these two drivers, and he could well get himself involved. Just needs to keep it between the mayo and the mustard, and hopefully for him he can see himself some increase in positions. Let's see what Wingstrom and Kubo have got to offer, because up at the front it is still Cavalli. We're over the halfway mark of round number 7 now, and it is round number 7 of the Eduardo Cavalli show. The Brazilian wonder driver is just absolutely taking names and kicking. He's kicking ass and chewing gum, and he's all out of gum, it would appear. He's got 3.5 seconds back to Black with Gallardo in 3rd place, Kirillov in 4th, Galaxy in 5th position, Carrillo in 6th, Barral in 7th, and Kubo up to 8th place, important for him, Wingstrom in 9th, and Frank in 10th position, Via in 11th, and Shaka 4 seconds down the road. Casero's now in 19th place with Nikolaev in 18th. Muria in 17th, Macias in 6th, and Sanchez rounds out the top 15 with Shaka in 12th, Clendon in 13th, and Cowpea in 14th. Sorry, mixing up the order a bit there, there's a big gap between the field. Costa in as well. Sort of tough race, and it's not getting any easier at the moment because he's got Jan Muller all over the back of him, and he's sandwiched with Rancano just ahead of him. Rancano with a pit stop, or started in the pits at least, and it finds himself up to 22nd position. Suzanovic is out of the race. Vro bringing up the rear of the field. Vasilchenko running in 25th. Let's see what's going on here though. The battle for positions inside the top 10. Frank is the keeper of the final spot in the top 10, and he is keeping Via at bay for the moment. Surprised you're not in this one, Andy Shaw. Definitely got the pace. We'd love to do okay, family time. Maybe next pro season I'll commit. Nice, Andy. We look forward to seeing you out there. Black is racing on phone data as he's got no internet. We've all been there when you're switching providers or moving house and you have to do the old hotspot. It makes it interesting, although he does seem to have a very stable connection, so yeah, he's obviously running on that good 5G. Now let's see what Wingstrom's running on. He is running on an absolute wing, running on an absolute wing and a prayer at the moment, and that prayer is to get 8th position from Kubo. Kubo has going the complete opposite again. His championship standings very much hanging in the balance, with Jake Black up there in 2nd place, and Kubo finds himself in 4th, and he's behind Gallardo as well. Gallardo in 3rd place, so this is not going well for Kubo. Barral is actually just behind him in the championship, so yeah, it's an interesting race here. Jake Black, if he can bring home the 2nd place ahead of Gallardo, that's going to strengthen his grip, of course, on 2nd place, although as the astute amongst you would have this, the second and third place Black and Gallardo with the drop rounds, they're currently on exactly the same points. So whoever wins out here, should then take second place in the championship, because the drop rounds will stay the same. This will be two of the best finishes. So yeah, there's going to be more changes in the championship standings after tonight's round. It won't be the top spot though, by the look of it. That gap for Cavalli now 4.2 seconds. It's just incredible. We're still more to stay this battle for positions in the top 10 in the closing stages. It's getting mighty close once again. Fran looking for a move. Oh, sorry, Via's got the move done. Via, well, we looked up at the top there. Via got the move done. Isn't that always the way? So yeah, Via has got the move done on Frank. Can he now catch up to Wingstrom? Wingstrom still all the way back over Cuba and Baral. He's hanging in there at the moment as well. Here's spoiler, no way, unfortunately. Let's see what's going on with Wingstrom and Frank. The two of them close. Now the podium is definitely looking spread out there. 1.5 seconds now, so Gallardo was very much handling Black. Wow, what, 27 minutes in? Great camera shots, great camera shots. Baral, 0.7 ahead over Cuba again, as we just seen, or as I was just mentioning, championship standings absolutely up for grabs for quite a few of these drivers here front. Still hanging on firmly to Via, who's actually lost the pace on that last lap to Wingstrom ahead of him. Wingstrom absolutely not losing a beat at the moment as we head down the hill again. Baral doesn't want to get himself reeled in either. He has got himself a nice little gap back to him. Needs to keep that up for what we've got 13 minutes left. Remember as well, all the links come up in the chat on Twitch and they're all in the description on YouTube. We're getting discounts with Go setups as well. Go LFM, make sure you use that. Link to the Patreon is on there as well. And of course the website and all the socials. To make sure you can get yourself involved in all of the racing. Prizes up for grabs absolutely every place across all the platforms. So yeah. Make sure you get yourself out there. We've got Riccardo and Danny Mueller. He's now got Jan Mueller behind him by a second. Danny finding himself down in 22nd place behind Rancano. So Rancano having a good race and making up 4 places after starting in the pits. So that is not too bad at all. And at the moment is keeping Danny Mueller, the 56, behind him. Let's see, Fran and Via 3/10 there, still 4/10 between Wingstrom and Cubo, but more importantly for both of them, they are only 6/10 now behind Baral. So he is getting slowly dragged into this battle. Excellent stuff. Yeah, could run down the hill. We've got a different line there for Cubo. Don't carry as much pace, but he's trying to save himself a bit of extra tyres for the end of the race. Cesarovic will go 7 laps down, so yeah, he dropped out 7 laps ago, unfortunately. Not sure that will happen. I think potentially a technical failure. In fact, let me just check. can't remember to take myself off mute. Sorry, yeah, no, nothing in the chat there, so I'm not sure what's going on. Just checking the LFM Discord and to see if there's any updates on what's going on for them. But yeah, nothing mentioned. So we'll crack on with the battles that we do have on screen. They are still in and around these top 10 positions. And Baral is now catching up to Koyua, who's had a less than quiet start to the race, but certainly the past few laps have been incident-free. Very clean head, kept the head down and absolutely piling in the consistent laps and keeping a good back gap to the cars behind. That gap is though starting to shrink somewhat. Baral getting to under a second. Quite a few corners. That looks like Frank and Via. No, is that Wingstrom? Wingstrom and Akuba. It is indeed Wingstrom. Is he finally making a move? With less than 9 minutes to go, he went for one up the inside there through 8 and 9. You head over the hill and then back down the hill once again. Phenomenal camera shot into this corner as we head into the heavy braking zone for an absolutely solid right-hander. All the commitment on the steering through the S's. And that's good. Sorry, that wasn't 8 and 9. That was 4 and 5. As we head up the hill. We do some good under that bridge briefly. Another extremely high braking point there as you're heading up the hill. Once again, uphill, on the brakes, turn the car, down the hill you go. The back end absolutely begging to step out. The driver's wrestling it into compliance. And Wingstrom put up a spirited offense there. That is certainly laying well. Oh, some connection. No, we're fine. I thought someone had disconnected there, but we do still have everyone, thankfully. Let's go. Yes, Kuya now 8/10ths. And 8/10ths there between Cubo. Oh, it's getting lively here. Yeah, it's absolutely getting lively. Wingstrom has already signalled his intent. Oh, and I tell you what, that's an intent of wow. Monkey see, monkey do. The fall one another, of course, so the Cubo's let the back end go, and he's had a massive, well, not a massive incident, but certainly big enough. The back end locked up and stepped out on him, and that puts him behind Wingstrom. So all that patience has paid off, but you can see just how much that's affected him. He's now 2 seconds down on Baral. With Baral sitting down, so yeah, they've lost a lot of time there. So really, it did look like much granted, but that certainly cost him time. And that is a big chase he's now got in his hands with 7 minutes left to go. Here comes Shaka as well after that incident earlier on. I did say it would be bothering the top 15 once again. Here he comes, charging down the top 10 with Frank, Via and Cubo not far ahead, and Via really looking quick against Cubo at the minute. Cubo could be down another position here. Yeah, this is looking very quick. Frank now under pressure from Shaka. Going to say, I think Shaq is the more likely to get the overtake here. I'm going to be the first one to get an overtake done. No disrespect to Frank, of course, but Shaq is very quick. Yeah, instantly goes to the inside line. Very quick and clean overtake there by Shaka. Back up to 11th position with Frank still in hot pursuit, much like Via is of Cubo. Yeah, if it wasn't for a couple of slight mistakes keeping it between the Mayo and the Buster, Via would be in a very different position, but looking to pile on the pressure with 5 minutes left to go on Cubo and Wingstrom. Wingstrom losing another 2/10ths of a second to Baral, who is now well within a second again of Koyo for 6th position. So that is all very much still up for grabs. Cavalli, yet another lap. Yet another lap in the lead. There hasn't been many laps in this entire competition that Cavalli hasn't led, and he is looking to bring home a near 7-second gap. By the time you get another 5 minutes, that's going to be very close to 7 seconds, unless he eases it off. Jake Black's going to strengthen his grip on second in the overall championship if he can bring this one home in second place, and Gallardo will do the same in third, probably running in third, Kirillov with a solid race running in fourth place, and Galaxy in fifth. The top five have remained mainly unchanged since the start. It's all the action just in and around the top 10 that is still going on, and in fact Via had to happen as soon as I look away. Via gets past the Cubo. Oh, and they've both spun. They are both out. We've already seen cars out at that very corner, and that is a Cubo and Via. Both of them down the hill. Unfortunately for Glennon, he's not quite close enough to take advantage, but that is Via. And now down to 11th, and a Cubo down to 12th place. That is an ideal result for Barral. It's an ill wind that blows nobody some good, and that has certainly helped Barral and Gallardo's and Wingstrom as well. In fact, of course, yeah, Wingstrom and the Cubo. Wingstrom, the driver, he was behind the Cubo. He's now going to be ahead in the championship. So huge ramifications there. They're now 4.5 seconds down. The Cubo is a second down. Oh, Macias going past Sanchez. Late overtake. Just on the 15th position. Joan Macias getting the job done on Ignacio Sanchez. Muria in 16th place. The rest of the field down there all fairly spread out. It's Frank and Shaka that are quite, in fact no, they're not, that is Shaka pulling away. He's got 1.9 seconds to make up to Wingstrom. Now is that potential overtake before the race ends? Barral as well. And that's a big mistake there by Cahu, and that's really going to close the gap. That is unsettled as Cahu already feeling the pressure out of the tyres. Just the wrong side of worn out. Barral really needs to get the foot down through these next couple of corners and absolutely close the gap. Can he force another mistake? They would see him go up to 6th position in the closing stage as Cahu gathers it up very quickly indeed. Very nice recovery, only lost a couple of tenths of a second. Still a little battle going on here actually for 15th place. Muria now on the back of Sanchez. Muria, another driver, tumbled down the order after an off-track excursion. Now we're going to get himself back up to 16th would be the first mission. 2 minutes left to go. Maybe a bit too much for 2 as he sends one up the inside then. All the faith in the grip as they go past another car there. Who's that going the wrong way? There was someone very stationary there. Oh, it was Vro. Yes, sorry, Aaron Vro. Down at the back of the field was the stationary car. Casero almost helped himself to position there. Sanchez and Muria have swapped positions after that, so the overtake, as we saw, did stick. And it is all stuck out at the top, although Sanchez got a counter move. Gets sold to the outside, which will of course be the inside of the corner exit. No, Muria pulls back over. Yeah, well in front through the S's there, so we'll hold on to that spot for the moment. We've got less than a minute to go here for the Eduardo Cavalli show, also known as the Mazda MX5 Pro Series by GSI. It's going to be a 7th win, and I did predict a 7-second gap as we now sit at 7.2 seconds between Cavalli and the rest of the field. It's been quite an incredible battle between the rest of the field, the top 5. Minus Cavalli, all separated by a couple of seconds, only a couple of tenths between 2nd and 3rd and 4th and 5th, but the extra slipstream being afforded to them hasn't helped them close up any. Although let's see what Cubo's got. Has he got a move in the dying embers of the race? Can he get a position back? He's yo-yoed up and down, finds himself in 12th place. Cavalli's going to come in the corner, I think. Yes, so this is going to be his last lap. He's just coming through the S's now. So this is going to be his last revolution of the track. So this is Okubo's last chance. Oh, Sanchez, Marcius and Uria, they're still battling with as well. Last lap overtakes. We'll have to see it. And Rancano, congratulations to Rancano, up to 20th place. No, Alexander and Mueller are going side by side. Why not? It's the last lap. Let's get some positions. Points mean prizes. And they're absolutely going for it. Nothing doing at the moment. Macy is, oh, Villa and Cuba are going to go side by side. Villa's on the outside line as they head up the hill. And it is a tight left-hander. Villa really nailed that one round the outside and hanging on to the position from Okubo. Let's see. And oh, he has actually crossed the line. My apologies. I've missed Cavalli crossing the line. Goodness gracious me. He's taking the checkered flag again. There's so much action going on. Yeah, the rest of the cars are crossing the line now. That is Black and Firm. There we go, little victory slide. But yeah, Cavalli taking an absolutely solid win. Black in second place, Gallardo in third, Galaxy in fourth, Kayua hanging on in fifth place, Kirillov in sixth position. We'll jump back and we'll get a look at the results in a moment. But there we go, an absolutely beautiful shot of the cars. In fact, we'll leave that there for a few moments. He did lose one race to Gallardo, right, okay. But yeah, there we go. So the race winner, yeah, let's jump back to the studio. It does look very good. But yeah, Cavalli with another incredible result. Oops. Quick reminder of the qualifying results and how it all shook up. Cavalli taking another top spot. As I say, absolute dominance and half a second quicker than the rest of the field. Not too bad at all. We'll get the results from this one up in a second. They should be with us in a moment or two. In fact, what we'll do is we'll have a quick look at the calendar while the results are being finalised in the background. We'll get them up. But of course it is the MX5 Pro Series by GSI. That is Bugatti, Bikernecke, Potenza, Zuzoi, Knock Hill, just up the road from me, Lime Rock Park and now Mont-Tremblant, all in the rear view mirrors. Jarama next time out with Phillip Island, Sonoma and the Norris Ring taking us through to week 11. Week 12 still to be decided which track it is. And week 13, Happy Hogmanay Hangovers. It's going to be the 2nd of January for the final 40-minute race of the series. And it's going to be Bilsterberg that we see the drivers battling it out. And this, of course, the prizes that they are all coveting. And quite rightly so. Absolutely incredible pieces of kit. These wheels that are up for grabs. We've got the Interlock Ultra for P3, in the championship. P2 will get themselves the GXL V2, and it'll be the FPE V2 for P1 in the championship. Let's see if we have our race results. Not quite. Let me see if we've got the updated standings. No, so the results are just coming in now. They'll be with us in a second or two. GG's. Oh, is that Cavalier? Well, GG's to your good self. If that is Eduardo Cavalier, we are going to have to rename the series after you, I think. That is an absolutely... yeah, another incredible result. What a series you are having. Yeah, no, we don't quite have the results up, I think, because the server Yep, sorry, bear with me a moment or two. We are just waiting to see if the result. Yes, it's me. Yeah, thank you. And apologies for the lack of camera time, but you do tend to run off into the distance. It is absolutely incredible. Friend James on YouTube, thank you very much. Yes, we will indeed be back next week, bringing you more of the Eduardo Cavalier show. No, we still don't have the results up. So yeah, we will look over the results next week, but the standings will look as slightly changed around about 4th, 5th and 6th position, although Cavalier, as we can see, 6 wins from 6 going into this. That's 7 from 7. Just absolutely incredible season. No camera time means good race. Absolutely no arguing with that, good sir. No arguing with that. But that's all we've got time for this evening. Huge thank you again to everyone that's tuning in on the YouTube and the Twitch channel. Thank you to everyone. Please, if you haven't already, give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube and a follow on Twitch. Get yourself onto the socials. Get all yourself over to Patreon. And, of course, get into the Discord so you can, and get signed up to the website so you can get out and race. And enjoy all the racing on offer, as well as all the prizes across so many of the platforms this season. Absolutely incredible. We'll be back, of course, for tomorrow night. We're back with the ACC, the Porsche Cup cars, and then the ACC Pro Series. So make sure you tune in for that. Andy Shaw, as always, thanks for the streams and commentary. More than welcome. Absolutely love these free front row seats. They are phenomenal. So yeah, make sure you tune in then. I'll be back, I believe, next week. So until then, stay safe, take it easy, and have a great rest of your night. Good night.